Yes, kumnandi lapho ngezinjani abantwana bengaka. Welcome back to the vibe. Uyadlala wena. Which one is this one? It's not the normal one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This week I thought that I do boom
energy
and not boom. Uyadlala. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on the show. The co-host. Hi Noma.
Hello, the host with the most. Co-host with the most.
Co-host with the most. I was talking to Norma and she said to me that she is a cultural commentator.
That I am. Hey. Cultural commentator, a host, a presenter. Just go deeper, a bona fide hot girl.
Hey. What does bona fide mean?
Just a certified hot girl in the name of Jesus, yabo.
Now, Bonnie. Hey! It's going down, guys. It's going down. Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, the vibe, we are going to keep vibing. And this week, we have got a very, very, very special guest all the way from Zimbabwean, once again, ladies, because here we just do international things. All the way from Zimbabwean, via London, via outside London, somewhere within London. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Zimbabwean Queen, Valee Music.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Looking gorgeous.
Looking gorgeous. You're red.
I'm matching the vibes on set. So
she thought she would bring the vibes to the vibe. I love that.
You're wearing red. You look like you're in love.
A little bit of that.
Sematandwen. Love is in the air.
Sassy Dolly.
I love that for you. You're glowing, You're glowing, you're shining.
Thank you.
And you've been killing it, by the way, in the streets. You've been killing it in the music scene, and we're proud. From Zimbabwean to Zimbabwean, I am so proud of you, Miss Mary.
I appreciate it. Much love. Thank you.
Power to the Zim people.
Okay.
Power. I'm joking. Welcome, Valee, man. Thank you so much for pulling up on us. Welcome to the vibe.
A pleasure.
The vibe is for us, like, I'm gonna keep repeating this all the time. It's a space that I want us creatives to really make home. I want it to be a space that really brings Southern African talent, greatness to the forefront. They need to celebrate us a bit more, and I feel that this is the platform. So thank you for having us here. Thank you for having us here.
Dum, dum, dum.
English.
The English is running away from you.
I'm Zimbabwean, guys.
But it's okay. You run after it and you
catch it.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that you are busy. You got other things that you could have been doing, but you're here sat with us.
Amazing.
Valee Music. For those that don't know you, who are you? Who is
Valee Music?
Yeah.
Valee Music, I always say, is a sister. She's a lover. She's a queen. She's an artist. She's a creative. She's a pioneer, and I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Creative.
She is here.
Yes.
I love that definition of I'm a sister. I'm a lover. I'm a creative. How long did it take for you to get into that space where you know who you are and you can truly define yourself in a clear way?
That's an amazing question. And to be honest, I think the past 2 years is where I feel comfortable as an artist. I am not ashamed or afraid of the stuff that I put out. I'm more confident. I know exactly what I want. And I'm not chasing things anymore. I'm allowing the energy to find me and the waves to find me whilst I'm doing my own stuff. Yeah.
Amazing. So as you've gone through this moment of finding yourself and not giving a about what anyone thinks, I think it's very essential for us to get to know you a bit further in terms of like your journey, where you started, and how the name even Valee Music came to be in the musical space. So how did Valee Music begin?
Well, I come from a musical family. In terms of musical, it's both ways. First of all, I'm a Christian first, so we'd always sing praise and worship at home in Zim. But apart from that, my great grandfather is one of the pioneers of music in Zimbabwe.
Wow.
He formed the first record label,
Stop it.
Galo Records, which ended up in South Africa, which ended up having artists like Oskido and the like. So it was always in the blood. But I think when you grow up as an artist in Zim or anywhere, you're influenced heavily by like American culture. So at that time, being a young girl, I looked up more to Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. And I loved people like, Abolebo Matosa and Boom Shaka. But I came into myself much, much later in terms of, no, I want to sound like I'm Southern African because that's what I grew up on. Yeah.
Amazing. So when did you start making music? Like personally, I know it's in the blood.
In the blood.
In the blood.
In the blood. It's in the blood, guys. But when did you really like start deciding that you wanna follow this route, as an artist?
I was about 16. I remember I sat down my parents and I said, I know I'm supposed to go to A level, but personally, I'm done. I mean, I want to be an artist.
That young?
Yeah, at 16. But,
wow.
But my parents were like, they were not really up for that. And it was an interesting conversation. So I remember them saying, as long as you do your school, do your university, then you can do whatever you want. So I did uni and I got my first job. Wow. And then I was in my first job, sitting in the office, and I appreciate everywhere I work or everywhere I've worked. But I remember just feeling like, nah, man, this can't be it. I need to pursue my dreams.
That feeling.
Yeah. So I think after that, I just started going hard. And it's been 6 years or 6 years since. Yeah.
So you've only, like, Valee Music is 6 years old?
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
6. Or maybe we're going to 7 years, but probably 6 years.
Talk us through those 7 years. Yeah. What has the journey been like? Surely it's probably not been easy, especially when you're just first starting off. There's trials, there's tribulations, but talk us through that journey.
My journey has been interesting. It's been crazy because when I started, there wasn't any support. There wasn't anyone I could point to say, you're going to help me out. There was X Factor. There was, I think The Voice, was it there? I think so as well. There was The Voice, but those are not the avenues that worked for me. I did try them out. I didn't go really far, but I went far enough to know I had a voice, like in terms of being with the directors, backstage, but it wasn't enough. So I remember moving in with my housemate and she would hear me singing and she's like, yo, if I had a voice like that, I wouldn't even be here, So I decided I want to be a musician, and luckily I had a friend at the time. He would film me and we'd post on YouTube. But even then, that was, I can't say, oh my God, I'm so proud of that. No, it was okay. Eventually, after chasing enough people, I was like, no, you know what? Let me just find a producer. And one of the first producers I worked with was Ian Green, who was like Michael Jackson's old producer, Justin Timberlake, Mariah Carey. So for me, that's the signal I needed from God to be like, okay, you're in the right direction. Yeah. So he was gracious enough to see something in me and help me with my first singles.
Jeez. So that's happened. I need to know about the feeling though of can I call it, I can't call it reject. Can I call it them not knowing what was good for them, maybe?
Yeah.
Them being X Factor Labo Ban. How many times did you like have several goals at the auditions?
X Factor probably twice, the voice ones.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you can imagine X Factor Qs and like going at the O2 all the way.
Oh, you did that whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. And then having my best friend standing there.
Even me. So when you did that and they said no, what did it feel like though? Did you feel like...
I thought he was crazy. The first time I thought maybe he didn't hear me, right? But the way he was hugging that yellow paper, he wasn't moving. So I was like, okay.
What does the yellow paper mean?
The one that they give you to say, you've gone through.
Okay.
But he was like holding it. So I was like, oh, okay. So all 10 of us, I remember it was 10 people in the queue, and the guy sort of like rejected us. And I remember crying, like my dreams are over, calling my parents. But you need that pushback in this industry. because you're
Right.
going to get more of it much later.
100%.
And if you give up so early, maybe you need thick skin in this game because there's a lot of pushback and
So when you
noise.
went for the X Factor audition, like how old was Valee Music at that stage?
Old enough.
Okay, not like your actual age, but like Valee Music,
In
the
terms of
artist,
the journey, where were you?
the artist.
Oh,
how old was
I was
she? 1
definitely
year.
in my early 20s.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the artist was how old? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
The artist herself.
Valee.
You're right. But if I'm looking at that, when I say 6 years, I mean professionally as an artist doing her own thing.
Right.
But
Okay.
I've been
So
singing
the X Factor stuff
was way before that.
Was before
Way
Valee
before.
Music.
Yes, exactly.
So you went there, Wawasha Mariah Carey.
And they were like,
Basically.
Don't break my heart.
What song did you sing? Now I'm curious.
I used to
Yeah.
love singing a lot of, like you said, Mariah Carey, but I remember seeing one of Beyonce's songs. I'm not quite sure which one. It would always be Beyonce or Alicia Keys, Falling for You. I keep on falling.
Oh.
Yeah, those were my go-to
And those are
records.
hard vocalists to try and go after. The standard is
It's already high,
here.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a believer of like rejection is redirection.
Yeah.
And sometimes God is rejecting you to protect you from something that could have hurt you.
Mm.
For you now, in hindsight, are you thankful for those rejections, or is there still a part of you that wishes you would have gone all the way with those platforms?
No, I think those platforms are great for exposure, for numbers, but I've never been a numbers person. I've always been about the quality and quantity of my music. Obviously, if I'm working with a dope marketing team or agency, that's a cherry on top. But for me, that wasn't my path. You know, the more I saw it, my mom would constantly be like, "Why do you need these people?" You know, she's always speaking life into me. You know, so
Aw.
she not to say it's not useful. It is, and it's launched a lot of people's careers. But like you said, maybe your path is different, and I don't think I would have discovered Southern African music or the Southern African music in me had I stuck with that path.
Yeah. Maybe like later, like in your
Yeah.
60s, you'd have,
You know,
you'd have found
Not
it
the
in you.
60s, not
Not
the
the
60s.
60s.
no, I'll be retired at 60s. Somewhere
No,
nice.
music is forever. You're gonna
Yeah,
sing.
that's true.
You're gonna sing until you're in the coffin, bro. You can't. Don't run.
Until the day you're out.
You chose the life. You must. You
The
must
life
enjoy it.
chose you.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm talking
sure.
about. You
I hear
can't.
you.
Oh,
I hear you. I hear you.
oh,
So
you're speaking to me right there. Why did I feel that? This
life-
life chose
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
certain things that just call you. Would see this is for you.
That's
You are
it.
called to do this.
Yeah.
It's so funny now that I think about it. I had a thought the other day. I was like, Ish, I wish I was talented in that way. But then I thought, but no, people
Yeah.
like me are needed in the space that
yes.
I operate.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
With you, in terms of, I feel like music is spiritual, it's influential to the culture. Are you conscious of that when you're making music? Is that a conscious thoughts and effort when and with the way you create?
I think for me, with the latest project I just released, yes, it was emotionally evolved. It was spiritual. It was honest. Whereas my previous work, I was more like, I need to get this out there. Do people feel this? This had more of me. And especially one of my tracks that I just dropped Njabulo, you know, just the whole energy in that room. I think we recorded 4 hours and we were done. And I'd never met Cuba and Danzo, and it was just the energy was, I can't even explain it. It was just everyone was present, and he loved the song. Like he had the track, and I was like, no, that's the one I want. He's like, yo, but I love this one. I was like, that's the one I want to sing on. And it felt really emotional. And the song is not about a guy or a girl. It's about your spirituality, you know, God, or it could be about the person you love, but it's about anything that gives you injabulo type of energy. Yeah.
Amazing. I think to add to that, I'll also just say in life, I feel like your steps have already been ordered and you like determine your stride. So in order for you to get to that level of creating your current project, we're gonna dive into like a little bit later as well, is more based on just that process being the time for that, you know, because your steps have been ordered and you just determine your stride. But you had to go through these different things in order for you to get to that space and understanding of that current situation. Otherwise, I don't think you'd have been able to create that thing like that. You'd have still been that previous person that you were
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so that's that. So tell me, before we start diving into Abon Jagulo, people are probably thinking, who's in
Who's
Jagulo?
Javulo?
Who is that
Yeah.
Is that
guy?
a person?
Yo. So how would you like describe your music? Because I feel like following your journey, you have always had Afro Pop vibes.
Yes.
That's what we
Yeah.
call them. That's what we call your music.
Pretty much. I've done Afro pop, but
Afro
when I
pop.
say Afro pop, it doesn't mean I'm mixing genres.
Mhm.
It just means I see myself as like an African pop
Pop
star, a
star.
Southern African pop star.
You go, girl.
So, and I'm
Yes.
versatile. I can do Amapiano. I can do Afro beats. I can do Afro tech and Afro house, and soul music, which is my core foundation. But that's what being an Afro pop star means to me.
Amazing. She's an Afro popper, guys. Slow value music.
A pop star.
Don't play around. So, Valee, tell us about how you got into this wonderful world of
Entertainment.
Amapiano. Yeah, entertainment, Amapiano.
Amapiano, yeah.
Like, how did you step in there? Like, what happened for you to say, hold on a second.
What's that sound?
What's that?
Yeah.
How did you step into that vibe?
I remember just being in South Africa some years back, and when the sound was still fresh and new, and young kids were doing it, like in the how do you say it, like the hood of like Pretoria.
Okay.
Yes, and
okay.
these kids are hungry.
Yeah,
like
students,
the sound was
student hub there. in
yeah, it
Pretoria,
was
yeah.
crazy, and you could hear that sound. I didn't know what it was. I don't even know if it had a name at the time.
Wow.
But kind of left it alone and stuck with what I was doing. Got this side, and my cousin was texting me, but you need to get on this new sound called Amapiano. I was like, "Bruh, I don't know what Amapiano is."
And at the time, what song were you had you just recently released? We're talking about 2018, 2019.
Yes. It was before Amapiano Blue, basically. But
So we're talking. I think it was dollar vibes.
yes, exactly. I was still experimenting with the Afrobeat sounds. And I remember I had spoken to, someone in the industry, someone quite well known in the industry. And I say, I'm tired, I feel like I'm doing the Southern African sound, but nobody gets it. Maybe I should just jump onto Afrobeats. And he was like, no, just hold on, and literally Amapiano hit like literally, I think
But
a
I
few
think
months
at the
later.
time, Afrobeats was what was relevant and popping.
It was.
So I think it was more of
For
a
sure.
you had to kind of go with what.
Survival.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, yo, this is hard, so I need to jump on what's hard.
Yeah.
And
And
at
what
the
people
time-
want to listen to
Yeah,
as well.
100%,
Exactly.
100%.
Because
Yes.
you do have to cater to the audience sometimes. It
Yes.
doesn't mean they dictate what you do, but you do have to sort of cater to
give
what
people
what
what
the
they
people
want.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So then I had my cousin who sort of managed me at that time. He came on board, I was changing management, and he was crazy about the sound. Like, I mean, crazy about it. And he sold it to me because he was playing me track after track, and he lives for the culture. So that translated to my music. So I stepped in the studio. I did Don't Want Your Love. I did Mali. I did Ngogwakho. I did those songs, I think, within like 3 days. We
Amazing.
didn't sleep. Like, I mean, we were
Wow.
working
3
round the
days?
clock.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. We would sleep maybe 4 hours, wake up in the studio and repeat the process. I was working with a producer called Charlie K at the time. But the music was produced by Ubuntu Brothers and Unlimited Soul. Those are the producers I was working with, just listening to Soa Matrix and all those guys.
Gee.
And that's how I got into Amapiano. I thought, what is the sound?
Amazing.
It sounded really good. Yeah.
At the time, I think Charlie K, I can say, is one of the dopest Zim producers.
Yes.
Very shout out to
talented.
him.
Yeah.
How was it like working with Charlie K?
I mean,
Because if you're saying 3 days of no sleep and just okay, and I know how hard Charlie K is, he would do it again and again
And
absolutely again and
again.
repeat.
And until
Cut
we get
that.
it perfect,
Ew.
we go again.
But I like to work with people like that. People who push me, because for me, it's not enough to press the button and say sing. And remember, I'm self-developed. I'm independent. I never had any training in this. So the more I work with people who know what they're doing,
The better.
it is for me. That's why when
Sure.
you look at my catalog, it tends to be with well-known people. Whether the song blew or not, but it tends to be with people who know what they're doing. Because I was like, look, I ain't got time to waste. I gotta get in here, get it right, and learn. Charlie K, I wouldn't, my career, I wouldn't be where I am if he didn't play a part. He played a part. We did Watora Moyo as well, which was a massive
Big
song in
tune.
Zim. Watora Moyo, was it Watora Moyo or Sondela? that song was
Sandela
big.
featured on Maturmo.
Yeah, and featured even in South Africa, Gagasi FM. It was on there for like 7 weeks at number 1, which had never happened for me. So that was massive. Yeah.
Amazing.
Dope. So in terms of like, you've now gone and created this Amapiano madness. What came after those songs, like in terms of those 3 with Charlie K? Did you then decide that you want to stop making music? How was your process of like creating more music at that time?
I was still well within my creative process, but after we did Mali, we released it. I released it. I think I dropped it for like 3 months and it had momentum. And I was like, oh no, this song is constantly being played. So I was like, we need a video. So I flew to South Africa, went to Soweto. We shot the video there. I wanted to give back to the culture that gave birth to Amapiano.
Amazing.
That was the whole point of going out there and, having at least, almost 30 people on set, That was an amazing feeling for any artist. It was a big video, for me.
I think with any artist, visuals are number 1. But when are your visuals
out there?
You don't play, bruh.
I think what I like about that, though, is not only just highlighting the culture. Because you could have done it here and you could have tried to recreate that feeling. But there's something about being on the ground, touching the soil of this is where Amapiano comes from.
Absolutely.
Was that even a conscious thoughts that came to you that, I want to be in South Africa and to really get that vibe of the Amapiano and the dance, the culture, just the whole feeling.
I love everything you're saying because it was intentional. It was like, this is my first Amapiano record that I think is big. And I want to involve those guys. And I want to create opportunities. There were a lot of kids there. There were a lot of young people, a lot of dancers. And shout out to Kyle White, who directed the video.
Amazing
director. And he pulled everybody together. Yeah. So it had everything to do with the feel. I could never dance like those kids, guys. I'm cute. Leave me like this.
Don't play around, Baba.
It's like, I'm a cutie. But the footwork that they do,
you know what I mean?
10-10. It's different.
I can sing in one spot, like, allow me with all that dancing, but they kill it.
Yes,
Valee music.
Yes, you try it.
So Valee music, shooting these music videos, hey, it's not a joke, Baba. It's very expensive. It's various.
The coins are not small coins.
You need to go watch Valee Music's music videos, guys. Those are not cheap things, Baba. It's a real life. It's a real life situation.
Yeah.
How was it just being able to like facilitate and give so much to your art, because it's not like an easy thing to kind of do that, especially if you're going to be doing South Africa trips. You're calculating the flight, the name of the when someone says listen, when someone names the director of a music video, it's not a joke, Baba. The Kyle White. Listen to the name, Kyle White. Don't play. So we're talking big budgets here. How have you managed to be able to keep the dream alive and still sustain being able to shoot great budget videos?
Wow.
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because
it's a lot.
She's like, wow. I'm just saying, why are you laughing? It's not funny, Pella. It's a real life situation, this thing.
Well, it happened, okay? Wow. But what I will say is I looked at where I come from.
Yeah.
I'm from Bulawayo. And we don't have a lot of Bulawayo artists.
Minimal.
People don't know
I think we have, but we just don't have the microscope on them.
Exactly.
And they don't have the exposure to be
exactly
microscoped out type of thing.
Yeah, so from a young age, I had that at the back of my mind. I said, if I'm going to do something, I need to do things that go down in history. Damn. If anything, I'm going to be known.
For something.
As the blues artist, she came out of the blues, but her game is on point.
It's too
period.
Much.
You know, that was so important for me. I said, I want to be on the map. I want when people see me to be like, who is that? And a lot of my opportunities in music came from people seeing my videos.
Wow.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm calling you because your video is so dope. I saw it on YouTube. I saw it on Instagram ads.
Don't be modest. Go deeper. Don't be modest.
Yeah.
Go deeper.
Go deeper.
Where else did they see it? You saw the music MTV.
Yeah, they saw it on MTV,
Trace.
Channel O,
Come
Trace,
on,
you
Baba.
name
It's
it.
Valee music,
Doing the
Baba.
bits.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Yeah. So,
Don't be modest.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know. It's so
humble.
easy to be like,
It's
You
We've
you
done that.
forget, and
That
it's,
stuff was
it's
not
almost
cheap.
as if it's like
true.
it's normal now. But I
Mm.
think the one thing that you've just said that spoke to me is,
Mhm.
you know, I want to go down in history, and I want people to remember me.
Mhm.
And clearly, it's important for you, and it shows because it's produced good results for you in the sense that what you invested into yourself has come back to you in opportunity. So, because
Yeah.
you could have, like we said, you could have done a video here, you could have kept it smaller budget,
Yeah.
but you decided, you know what, we're going all the way. If we're going to do this, we're going to do
Do
this
it
right,
properly.
and we're going to
Absolutely.
do it to the level and keep that level
That's
very
it.
high. We're not going to do low budget and low level. No, we're
Exactly.
going all the way to the top
Yeah.
from
Right,
now,
I
just so
mean,
that we keep it
exactly.
I rate
Yeah.
that. I rate that. No, it's important, man. It's essential.
there.
And I think it's important for you to even advise a lot of these upcoming artists about the importance of investing in your product. You know, it's one thing to have a product, it's another thing to invest and believe that you have something tangible that people need to continue to see. So
Yeah.
shout out to you, man. As a female, it's very important to own your stuff and give it a bam, you know.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
stuff is bam.
Thank you.
So make sure you
It's
Google
great.
her on YouTube. Watch the videos, Baba. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a laughing matter. So in terms of Amapiano, we're still in the Amapiano world. Who are your influences like when it comes to Amapiano music?
An interesting question. Considering Amapiano is new.
Yeah,
It's like,
baby.
who are your
Right.
influences?
Baby.
Definitely a baby.
Baby. But it's done so much though. Think about like
has.
the last couple 3-4 years maybe. It's been here.
International level.
It's
And it's no longer just a Southern African sound that we've kept
Yes.
to
Yes.
ourselves, but it's gone global, and the world is watching, the world is enjoying it.
Yeah. I would say with your question, who are the influences? We are the pioneers, the current generation. These are the names that will be remembered 10 years from now. So when I look at influences, the people I work closely with, the
Amazing.
producers I work with, and so many more that I still want to work with. But I think just to give a shout out to one of the songs that I love is by Kabza, you know, Asibe Happy, you know, it was that early Amapiano. I really like that tune. Yeah.
That song spoke to you, huh?
Yeah.
Why did you want us to be happy? Who was the person that you were singing the song to?
Mina Vele, I'm consistent with happiness. Njabulo, just
Yes,
listen to
man.
my
Hey.
music.
I'm consistent with the
Digging deeper,
happiness.
wow.
I'm consistent with the happiness. Are there any other songs that you've written that were inspired by this glow that you have, or the special people, special someone in your life?
I do have a song. It's not released yet, but I've been working with different producers. I've been working with, you know, Soko, who's an amazing, talented
Oh, wow.
American Zimbabwean producer,
Stop being modest. Say what's the truth
Grammy
is.
Award winner.
Come on! Come on, Baba.
We
Hey,
mess with the Grammy winners over here.
Yeah, so
I love that.
Yeah.
playing humble. Don't play humble.
You know, no, we'll get into it when we get into the music. Then,
Hey.
yeah.
So
love
you
that.
got some Grammy Award music producer coming. What?
Coming up and on the current EP, Grammy Award winners again, Billboard #1 producer, you know. So
Wow.
Talk
Ladies
that
and
talk.
gentlemen, Valee Music, all the way from Zimbabwe. Emazwe.
International.
That's so dope. So you're in the studio. Yeah. Talk us through like your creative process of making a song.
wow, you know, I'm a typical creative, and when I say that, is it's I don't have like I don't walk in like with an intention we're gonna make a hit, you know, and I think it's so hard to pin me down to say let's do a feature, because for me I really go with, am I really feeling it? And if I'm feeling it, then I'm in the studio. If I'm feeling it, then we're chilling. If I'm chilling, then I'm motivated. And usually I'm telling stories from my life, and that's how I want to touch people, you know. I want to have influence on our culture, but I want it to come from a loving place, or to come from me. You know, you don't need to speak to a situation in Africa to be influential on it. You just need to be yourself and rise above the noise. And
Word.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah,
No,
you
no, we hear
are.
you. We hear you.
Yeah.
We hear
are.
you. We hear you.
Yeah.
So, are you like when it comes to like the creative? Are you what like one of those people that before they record they need to like take the song home first before they start, or you one of those people that just starts going and they just start creating?
You know, I'm an expensive artist. And the reason I say this is because I would rather be in a studio.
Talk
So
that
you're in the
talk.
studio, time is moving. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm that person I would love if it's 8 hours, if it's 10 hours. And that's what I loved about working with Charlie. We didn't really put a limit. We kind
Yeah.
of said, you're here the
Let's
whole day, you're
create.
here tomorrow, let's create. So if the idea came to me 5 hours later, but still it came,
It
you
came
know.
regardless,
So
and you could just lace it down.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super dope. I think we're gonna touch on a bit on like the Amapiano community here in the UK. What's your current take on the Amapiano community in the UK?
It's all right.
It's all right. Like
What does that mean? It's all right.
I mean, you guys can educate me. I feel you guys
that's what I
are
was
more.
about to ask. Uti.
Absolutely. I feel like you guys can educate me more because I feel like I've been more traveling back home and touching the ground more than I've been involved with the
Amapiano
Amapiano
scene.
UK scene.
But the scene before you left it, how do you feel it was? Not that you left it, not that you went anywhere, but just to hear Valee music.
I love
Valee
it.
music is still around.
It's still here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how do you feel like you
You know
how
what?
was the vibe then?
I'm proud of what the guys are doing. The sound is growing. It's growing very fast. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
growing very fast. And is there anything that stands out to you? Because obviously, as a performer, female artist, we're in times right now where the females are really doing the things that makes the pods to be done. How are you? Obviously, you're saying you haven't been involved too much, but how are you seeing that on the sidelines as a female artist as well? You've
Yeah.
got a lot of artists that are really
In the UK scene,
in the
you're
UK
talking about.
scene, in the
Yeah.
UK scene,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Southern African space as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of females since COVID have really been
Have
outing their
come
shells.
to the forefront.
I think what it's definitely opened doors to, it's a lot of like female DJs. We're so used to like male DJs and that sort of thing. And it's exciting to see people like, you know, Uncle Waffles and the Durban Gogo and all those guys like really killing it. So I think for me that's exciting. And I've met, you know, people, you know, different people in the scene, and it gives you a sort of energy and just that freedom. It's exciting.
That's dope. So where would you place yourself as a performing artist? Isn't that like now the time for you as a performing artist to really also come back into the scene?
I never
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but like now, sorry.
Because recently you were at the
Luxor Freak. I did the Luxor Freak
Luxor
polo
Freak.
event.
Yeah, how was that? Because I mean, obviously it feels as if it's more of a West African event, more West African centered.
Right.
Although it is African
Yes.
in general, it
Yes.
does feel like it caters a lot more to that
West,
audience.
yeah.
Maybe because they've been able to capture that. But
Absolutely. But I feel like being there, I would say it was a rounded event.
Yeah.
It had more all of a Black African, Black British vibe. That's the
Yeah.
vibe I got from that event. And I think what I loved it is I was literally the first artist to bring Amapiano to the stage. And for me, that's what I plan to keep on doing. I'm always excited to perform with our people, but I'm also excited to keep breaking down new barriers,
Right.
entering different stages. You know, I'm excited, you know, like whether it's an Amapiano type of event, but even if it's not an Amapiano event, I think that's how we get our music out there.
Yeah.
And that's where more I'm at, because I'm quite versatile. So I don't want to box myself as just an Amapiano artist, but I also want to be part of those stages at the same time. Yeah.
Absolutely. But going back to Xavier's question about the UK scene, how do you think maybe we could better bridge the gap between the UK and Southern Africa and bringing those two worlds together in terms of Amapiano and in terms of the sound? Because I think now we can
Yeah.
see West Africa and Southern Africa coming together
Yeah.
and meshing, collaborating.
Mm-hmm.
But between the UK and Southern Africa, how do we bring those two worlds together?
I think that's a really good question, because you look at it, I'm a UK or Afro Pop Amapiano artists based here, and I think we're in a culture where we're bringing a lot of people from that side, but there are artists here who are like equally amazing. Like, you know, Xavier's amazing, and you've got other artists that I've seen who are super, super talented. So I feel like it's still fresh. Although it's growing so big, there's still so much opportunity. And I think what I love about the Afrobeat scene is they support each other. They really push on another level. And that's what we need to do. It's not just about gatekeeping, but it's also just supporting each other and seeing the more we support each other, the bigger this movement grows. Because I'm coming with Amapiano from a different angle. I'm coming as a Bulawayo artist. Obviously, it's the same in terms of we're all Southern African, you know, our roots are the same. But you know, it's larger than life, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think like sorry guys, do you think the South African guys are noticing us, the artists?
Yes.
You took the question right out of
I
my
like your
mind.
question. Very good.
But you said it nicer than I would have said it.
Yeah, but are they noticing us? Because you're saying we're talking about like bridging the gap. I believe like a lot of South African artists, it's just like, hey, yeah, we're coming to rock London, rocking London.
And then it's like we're in and out.
Yeah, they've got I don't think they have a clue.
Mubanilo?
No,
Who's that?
I'm not even gonna like single
I'm
people
joking.
out.
Yeah,
I'm not even
for
gonna single
sure.
people out. But that's
For
my
sure.
thing. My thing is that I feel like they just come in, wow. Unless, you know, but I don't think they invested to really understand that there's a culture here.
A big culture.
The culture that is supporting them with their events. Surely, in your mind, you must imagine that for there to be so many people, there has to be other people
Here,
Who are
exactly.
pushing
that are
culture.
doing that thing, you know?
Absolutely.
But I think it's very easy to come with that energy from South Africa, because
Yeah.
you look at it as in you're the superstars, you're getting paid big overseas. It's very easy for someone to get into that mental space of, yeah, I'm just showing up and I'm showing out because you know, Amapiano is really having its moment. But I wouldn't down on the UK scene. There's a lot of talent here. To answer your question, you know, my distributor, I've got an SA distributor at the moment that I'm working with. And one of the things they say to me is, oh, you know, we noticed you know, you dropped, which record did I drop? Mali. And they were just like, we love that you were from the UK. So in terms of, are we being seen? I 100% think we're being seen. We just need to also believe in our energy and what we're bringing to the table. And our promoters must support us.
Word.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Promoters, support the UK.
Support UK,
artists.
support local UK
artists.
Artists,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You know, the promoters, the DJs really have stood behind the culture and the sound to push it forward. And now I feel like we're in a space where it's clearly attracted the attention of the globe.
Yes.
Attracted the
Absolutely.
attention of other Africans. Do you feel like it's a genre that could be stolen from us?
No, I don't think so, because you can't imitate authenticity. You can only be inspired to create like your own sound. And I also think like other African countries are creating a beautiful sound, but you can't imitate a sound. Does that make sense?
Word.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
if it's
I
not
can never,
innate from
absolutely,
within you.
I can never sing Afro beats like someone from West Africa. I could try, I could have my own vibe. And I think that's the beauty of collaboration is, you know, use that opportunity to work with others from different parts of the world.
Definitely.
You spoke about like performing at the Lux Africa thing. How was that? How was that?
It was amazing.
Because I don't think, obviously, majority West African. How did they receive your performance?
Well, we had some Southern Africans there.
Okay.
Which was interesting because I
Nice.
know we had a big festival on the same day for Southern Africa. So that was interesting. But we definitely had Southern Africans. We had a mixed crew. I think we had 5,000 people in attendance.
Wow.
It was insane. You know, for me, it was a highlight and people were excited. You know, when I came off stage, people kept stopping me. Oh my gosh, you know.
You came in the vibes.
Yeah, they really loved it. Yeah.
Amazing. Talk to us about like your performances and stuff. Like it's not easy to be just performing. What goes into your performance? not performance itinerary, no, it's the wrong question.
Yeah.
But like, what does it take for you to like perform somewhere? Now, just in case we're talking to the promoters, they need
What
to
does
know.
it take?
They need to know that when Valee comes.
does
Like,
it
what
take?
is the standard that
Is that
Valee
was that the wrong English?
commands?
No. I'm just laughing at the way you tailored your question. What does it take?
What does it take? Because I know being
What
a
do you
female
mean, what
artist.
does it take?
Because I know that being a female artist is not as simple as me just pulling up to a place.
Absolutely.
And
Okay,
performing.
okay, yes.
With you, I know there's a lot of things that go into your process as a female artist. You gotta think of first of all wardrobe 1, 2. Whether you have dancers, 3,
your hair, your makeup,
bill.
your
All I'm hearing
outfit,
is bills,
the dancers' outfits.
Yo.
So it's like bills on everybody. And for me, I like my dancers to coordinate and to look good and look a certain way. Like the same effort I put into my videos is the same effort I put into my performances. And it's not just every performance I say yes to. It also just has to make sense. I have to get the same same care that the brand is being looked after, and yeah, that's all it takes. It's not that complicated.
Are you expensive?
No. Expensive is relative. I don't I don't think I'm expensive.
You're affordable.
Expensive is relative.
Yeah.
Hey, Pelatina Sfundanga, what does
I could be expensive to one person, but to someone else I could be cheap or affordable.
Yes, that's what it means.
Me, I thought you meant like expensive. Are they relatives?
You're so silly.
never know
You're
about
so
that.
silly.
Expensive,
But you know what though? See, again, like what you've
relative.
just said about the same effort I put into my music videos is the same effort I put into my performances. And I've had the pleasure of watching you perform. You bring energy.
Thank you.
And clearly you take it very seriously in terms of the coordination, like you said, with your dancers. There's a routine.
Yeah.
The dancing is impeccable. You're exuding the culture and you're showing off the culture. And not only that, is your outfits are usually Southern African inspired.
Yes.
Why is it important to you to always show and put on display our culture?
I think it's what makes us different. I love doing that. Even coming here, I had that whole debate. Am I wearing the African jewelry, as part of the brand, as part of the uniform? But it's definitely something I think about. I want people to see where we come from just by seeing us. And I think what I loved is I had South Africans stopping me. I had Zambians stopping me and Zimbabweans based off my outfit before I even hit the stage. Just being there, and a lot of people didn't know me. Then you hit the stage and everyone's like, I want to talk to you. Can I have a picture? And that's the impact I want to have consistently. Yeah. So, yeah, it's very important to me.
Did they ask if you're from Africa? Like you just arrived?
No.
So, like, did you just land here? You don't ask that?
I'm like, no.
So what's your favorite part about performing?
What's my favorite part? Seeing people singing along. Like at my show, I had people singing along, and I didn't expect that.
How does that feel?
That was exciting.
Yeah?
No, that was exciting because it's different people from different walks of life. No, I had a good time. It gives me the adrenaline. I was telling my brother on the way here that he was asking me, were you nervous? I said, yes, but sometimes you need that to fuel your energy because you need energy on stage. You need some sort of energy. And then when you're high and you're feeling good, people are feeling good as well.
Wow.
And I'm myself. I say whatever. I'm holding the mic. Wow.
What's the best show you performed at?
I think it was the Lux Afrique, I'll be honest. Yeah. I'll look at my most recent work as my best because surely it should be better than what I've ever done before.
Say that again. Say that again.
Go deeper,
Go deeper, yeah. It should be better than what you've done. You need to level up on yourself consistently. Yeah.
Gems, dropping gems just like that, Inje. No, I love that. You have to be consistent. See, I'm learning from you. I need my notebook right here to just, be taking notes back home.
It's
Do better than your last. Always improving and always leveling up. It's important.
Who is your English, my dude? Yay! Who is your favorite Amapiano song? I'm joking.
Yeah.
What is? Hey! Hey!
Let's
Hey!
We all use the question.
What is
That was not.
And the who and the what?
What is your favorite Amapiano song right now?
Piano.
Oh, my favorite Amapiano song right now. Right now. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think because I've been listening to different things. I'll be honest. Let me see what I'm listening to. Sorry, Xavier, it will come to me. I'm sorry. Because I've been on a different tip. I've been listening to Afro Pop. Yeah, I've been listening heavily to Afro Pop.
To be honest, can I say something, guys? I
Say
didn't say it when I wanted to say, but to be honest, I've always told, hey,
Yo. Tell them. Tell them.
Just sip.
My bro, tell them.
Othi clean umlomo,
Yeah,
madoda.
Oti. Phuze kancane.
You know, wet the mouth and nje. Yo.
Sorry, guys, it's not easy.
Yeah. English is expensive, yeah, but I'm with you, my goodies. It's okay. We go again.
So, apologies about that. It was the auto typo. Hey, this thing comes, it goes.
The drugs and it comes back.
Yo,
English bundles.
All the English bundles run
what I
out
was
just to
saying-
top up.
no, hey. What I was saying was, I think every time, I mean, I've known Valee music for like a long time. I think that was always like my vision when I say, hey, you give me my Figizolo vibes, you know. And actually asked Valee, let's be a duo. Valee said no. But it's good now that she's listening to Afro Pop again, because it means that what I say, what I do.
You are right.
And I'm always right. Like, I see things, I say them, and they are what they are. But it's cool. So, Valee music created Watora Moyo,
Sondela.
Mali.
Yeah. So after Vosho, Dola, Watora Moyo, I Don't Want Your Love, that vibe, we created more vibes. You mentioned Ubuntu Brothers, collaboration. You mentioned also
Unlimited
Soul. Like, so with these collaborations, how are you connecting these dots to bring out your sound? And recently, you've also got a collaboration with a legend, not just a legend, legendary.
Legendary.
Like the godfather in music.
Oh,
the father in... Yo, before we find out about Mr. DJ Tira, how did like the other collaborations come to life?
It's funny because I said I like being in the studio with the other artists whilst working, but what I loved about Mali, as an example, when I heard it, it was so dope. I was like, we need to jump in the studio like tomorrow. And I remember speaking to Unlimited Soul, and he's like, yeah, I'm dropping this. I'm dropping this on Friday. I said, no, don't drop it, because I want to put my vocals on it. And the way we were working, we kept sending him like little samples. So he could be like, I'm feeling this. But then eventually I just left him alone and did my own thing, sent it to him. And yeah, he was crazy for it. Yeah. But that was fluid. We were constantly chatting, and talking and things.
Is it hard to connect with these producers and collaborations and all these things?
No.
Oh, sorry. When you're Valee
I
music,
love that.
it's not hard, Baba. Because
Love
me
it.
now, I
Hi,
send
guys.
messages, brother. Even today, they are not read.
Wow.
Delivered
Left-
unread.
Wow.
So Angazi Valee, what do you have that I don't?
Oh no,
Valee
you have
got the
everything
sauce.
going.
No.
What are
Valee
you
is that
saying?
girl.
Bruh, I've been in people's read messages for months. I'm sure years.
Yeah.
Shoot where you can score.
Hey.
Do you know what I mean?
I told you she came to drop gems today. Valee's not playing with you. Valee's not playing with you. But I think it's really important in this industry to create long-lasting relationships. And as he was saying, how is it that for you it's so easy because for someone else it could be a little bit more difficult, or they're entering into the scene and they don't know, who do I contact? How do I go about this? Yes, I want to shoot my shot, but I'm scared, or I don't want to be a beg, or what if they feel like I'm not talented enough? All those questions come into your mind. How do you navigate that?
And important questions at that, because being in the industry 6 years means I've made those mistakes. I've contacted people when I wasn't ready. You want to work with somebody, but your sound isn't even at that level yet. And as an artist, examine yourself where you're at, your sound, and really build where you can. And I had those moments. DM artists, even in America, and they would reply. But then was I ready? No, I wasn't. There've been a lot of teachable moments. And then there are people who are on my radar, but I know it's not the right time. So I'm just like, okay, maybe they follow me back on IG. I follow them, but I'm still waiting to have that sound that I don't like no. Nobody likes rejection. So I'd rather be so ready that you're gonna say yes. And I pray on everything. I pray on it. I'm like, I feel like that's the person, then I'm going to be on your case and send you a DM. And usually people respond. It's just how you come across, I think. Like attracts like. So, yeah.
Hey, you came here to drop gems because I'm like, you are speaking to me. Again, like you said, it's important to know the level you're working at.
Yes.
And not just DM Beyonce. Beyonce, I want to work together. Are you working on Beyonce level?
Jeez.
Are you at Beyonce level talent?
Yeah.
Even let's say if you're a producer, if you're a singer or instrumentalist, are you at that level to be able to operate at that level with that other person and succeed and create the quality they're creating? Because otherwise you might bring them down.
Yeah.
And instead of adding to them, you're bringing them down because you're not ready to operate at the level that they're already on.
It's powerful. Yeah.
So, and you pray. I love that. I love that.
Inkulego is all we need, guys.
Yeah.
So we must pray.
Yeah. Why is that important for you, though? Like, that you make it a point to pray about the people you're working with or you're collaborating with?
Oh, that's a good question. One, I mentioned I'm a Christian. So for me, there's a verse that I love right now, and it's like, I think it says, sorry if I'm misquoting, like, set your plans before the Lord and he'll establish your path. And sometimes we fall into many things. You get into the room with the person you wanted to work with and there's no vibe. So you want everything, kuhambe ngohlelo. So for me, it's very important to put that before God, because he'll guide me. He'll be like, don't call this person, and that's why I pray. And it's just in my foundation to pray.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here right now, Valee Music, udropa mabomb phela.
Teachable moments.
You're teaching me. Ayo, Valee Music. So, chigi, you went quiet. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom.
Fire.
New EP coming, DJ Tira. What happened? How did it happen? Was DJ... Yo, I need to understand. Tell the people, Pella guys, Valee Music has a feature with not just Unlimited Soul, Ubuntu Brothers, Charlie K. I was gonna add myself in there, but no, we don't have a song
Yes.
But you got a big tune with DJ Tira. How did we arrive there? How did we get there? Tell us about that process of making such an amazing record.
I think it comes back to timing again, because I met DJ Tira 4 years ago at a party in London. We were talking and he's like, oh, you're an artist. And what I liked about him is how open he was. I said, I'm an artist. He's like, yo, take my digits. And we swapped digits and that was it. Didn't hear from him, but you know how you occasionally like people's WhatsApp statuses, whatever. Just keep in touch, kancane, yabo?
Yeah.
Stay engaged with people.
To write things down.
Keep connections.
Keep that connection
alive.
Yeah, alive. Even if you're not talking to the person on a regular, just touching base there and there. But after I shot Mali, and remember, my only purpose back home was to shoot Mali and do a few other like business deals. I was like, wait, I want to do a record. And I'm doing records with, at the time I was working with Mr. Camera. Shout out to him. Very talented guy. Amazing. Very talented. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. And making music with him. And I wanted a feature. And some of the features I wanted were either like too busy that week. And remember, I'm on a schedule to come back to the UK. So at the time, I'm with my manager in SA and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call Tira. And he's like, no. I said, no. I feel like I should call him. You answer.
Were you drunk?
Because why not?
Were you drunk?
I could have been. I don't know. No, I wasn't. I don't think I was drunk. So I called him and I was like, hello. And he's like, yo, you know, in Tira fashion.
Makoya bearings. What? Makoya bearings. Kambani ntwana. Sorry,
Anyway.
DJ. Sorry. It was a
And
big
then what
one.
happened?
Nah, he's a vibe. He's a vibe. And then
He's
and then
such a dope vibe.
and then I was like, oh, it's Valee. And he's like, yeah, I know.
It says vibe.
Please.
Yeah.
Is that what you forgot?
Do you know what I mean? I was still
Yeah.
introducing myself. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, oh, talk to my producer. You have to, we're going to do the song in Durban. Meanwhile, I'm in Johannesburg. I'm like, yo. Now I have to think of like my
Traveling.
flights and
Yeah.
traveling and being someone from the UK and all those things. And then the rest is history. So I go to Durban and he also came. He was in Joburg when I had called him. So he also came to Durban.
Amazing.
That's where we did the record.
Amazing.
I met the Afrotainment team. I mean, like everybody, like the Q Twins. Who's the other artist? I'm forgetting his name, but quite a
Mapincho
few.
was alive at the time?
Yes, he was.
Amazing.
He was. Yeah, so just most of them, the guys who did Saichugucha, you know, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a vibe, just taking in. And we were looked after. They looked after us, you
Oh.
know, made sure we ate, we're going clubbing, we're having a good time. And at the end of the day, came out with 2 songs from the
Amazing.
camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Amazing.
What's something you've learned from working with him or just being around him that you can share with us?
I think he's a humble guy. I think he's business minded. He's very switched on. You know, he came to my video set. And remember, I'm like, you know, this is dope. Like, I'm honored to have you on my set. But he
Right.
was switched on, you know.
He's on
When he
job.
said, okay, I'm going to come at this time, he came at that time. So,
Wow.
but I was nervous because I was like, oh, you know, is he really going to show up? And, you know, all those
That's
things.
the thing, isn't it? Artists
Yeah.
not showing up to music
Yeah,
videos.
that
Someone of
happens.
his stature as well.
Yeah.
So when did you shoot the video?
I shot it in March this year.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
So you had
yeah.
to go back to SA to do that.
Yeah, I went for 1 week, shot my video, came back.
Sorry.
So I you know.
Like we said, it's about investing in your arts and investing in yourself. Yeah, well, I'm learning. I've been taking notes.
Ningadlali ngoValee music,
You
guys.
know.
Siyasebenza.
Would you say that was like the biggest collaboration so far?
So far, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Most
yeah.
fun, most how's the reception with the new EP? You've just recently dropped an EP, I'm Here.
Yeah.
Today you are here.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's been exciting considering I've been promoting the music since the beginning of the year. So I've been dropping, you know, a
Single by
single.
Yeah.
And finally I was like, you know what, you can't keep doing this. Drop everything.
Teasing.
Exactly. So and you know, what's the song? Ngicabanga Ngawe was on the charts in Bulawayo for, hold on, I'm trying to think how many weeks it was on there for.
Yeah.
Quite a few weeks, maybe quite a lot of weeks, maybe 14 weeks. Yeah.
Big deal.
You say that as if it's just casual.
Told you.
Because in my mind I'm still like, I need to achieve
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But I'm
100%.
still
As an artist,
grateful.
you always feel
That's
that.
amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So do you feel like now that, okay, we've done, what do you say, 14 weeks on the charts, is there a pressure to follow up and exceed what you've
Yeah.
already achieved? I mean, that's incredible what you've been able to do, but is there pressure?
There's a lot of pressure. I think I never had the pressure when I was like new, you know. I would hit a goal, I would share about it, I'll share on IG, there'll be a bit of excitement. Now I'm just like, if I don't, then it's like, oh, you're not doing well. Whereas no, I'm just going through the motions of an artist. Because even with my videos, I had people calling me, oh yeah, are you shooting a video for Bambisa? Are you shooting a video for Peshea? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I got you. But there's that expectation now. And even when I don't feel like it, because I do have days where it's like, yo, this is hard. Then it's like, my mom likes to say, yeah, but you're already out there. So.
Yeah, word. You just have to keep going. What inspired the EP though? Like, what really
inspired the EP?
Yeah. Why did you feel now was the right time to drop an EP? And then I'm sure timing.
Yeah, you know, obviously because I did go quiet. I just was focusing on my, you know, my body, my mental health, just like overall just living my life. Because I'm pretty driven and I really go for my music. So I think I needed that break. My body was telling me I needed a break.
Yeah.
So I had to take that time. But what inspired it was, you know, coming out of that and still, you know, shooting my video with Tira, still doing my music. I had to say to people, I'm here. I'm still here. For the longest time, my EP title was I Am Ready. I say, no, you're not ready. You've accomplished so much. So you're here.
You're here.
So for me, this is my introduction more than anything. Because after this, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valee Music has arrived. And you need to go, you need to go stream the vibes, man. Right now, she's got an EP out. Make sure you stream Valee Music. Google her, see the videos, Baba, YouTube. Stream all the digital media platforms. Listen to her because trust me, the music, beautiful, beautiful. I got a few questions for you.
All right.
They call them quick fire questions. So I will ask us about I need direct answers.
Okay.
Not tomorrow, not next week.
Right now.
When you are here.
Okay.
Favorite venue you've performed?
Luxor Freak.
Luxor Freak. Dream collaboration with Dream.
We go again.
Dream collaboration. Dead or alive?
Ooh, dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Can I give you two at least?
Go deeper.
Okay, I would love to work with WizKid. I've been saying this for ages. Dead, definitely Bob Marley. I'm a Bob Marley and
Put it into the spirit right now. Valee Music featuring
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
And
I mean, to be fair, Bob Marley is still
releasing music.
So it's
with some
not,
amazing artists as well.
Yeah,
like some
it's
artists
not
as
impossible.
well. It's true.
Amapiano or Afro Pop?
Ooh, I like them both. I'll be honest. I like
One.
them both. One.
Afro Pop.
I feel like I'm on the Amapiano show, so this is a setup.
No,
It's not an Amapiano show. We just
Afro Pop, guys. I'm in my Afro Pop bag right now. Okay.
She's an Afro Pop star. One word that describes Valee Music.
Versatile.
She's a Vesi, Valee, easy, teasy, punky, donkey.
No,
Let
don't.
me stop. Because, hey, the English runs out. I didn't even mean to say donkey.
Sometimes pinky, ponky, mother headed donkey, time, mother cry, pinky, ponky.
Yo, okay, if your ex was a car.
Ay, sorry.
You'd be a Lamborghini.
Your ex.
What's better than a Lamborghini?
Why is your ex?
Why? No, because why must the ex be bad standards? Until we just need to keep getting better. What's better than a Lambo, though? I don't know.
A Royce?
Okay, you know what? Let's push
Royce?
the ex back.
Damn.
City maybe. Never mind.
A Lambo. That's a good ex, man.
Yeah, good quality.
That's a good ex.
She already said the standards are high always with everything.
Okay, so if your ex was a country?
Zimbabwe.
It's giving Zimbabwe.
It's giving. It's giving Zimbabwe.
Now it's giving Zimbabwe.
Hectic.
Wait, so maybe like you know when it's like at the beginning it was giving Dubai, now it's giving Zimbabwe.
From Lambo to Zimbabwe, ba.
Kela, we are still here, so
That nigga messed you up. So, okay, kiss, marry, and avoid, yeah?
okay.
You would either kiss them, marry them, or run.
Kiss, marry, or run. Okay.
Okay, kiss, marry, or run. That's a good one. Not avoid. Run.
Yeah, run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run for the
Okay.
hills.
Caspanyo vest.
Kiss.
You wanna kiss Caspanyo
No, I didn't
vest?
say I want to kiss him.
Okay, just checking. But you didn't.
I don't not marry.
Oh, okay.
I thought the game is you give the three options and then she has to fit them into the category.
I know, but me, I'm now wondering, Pela, for my own personal. Yeah, my personal.
Okay.
My personal. Pela is also doing my personal research.
Give it options first.
All right. Okay. All options.
Because he's got
Okay,
good music. He's got
let's
really
start
good
again.
music.
Let's start again.
No, she said she'll kiss Casper. It's fine.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. Kiss, marry, or run from Japreza.
I'm supposed to answer these questions.
Yeah. Japreza. Kiss, marry, or run.
Does everybody play this game?
Kiss, marry, or run Japreza, Baba.
You know what? He does give husband vibes.
Yeah?
Yeah. He has Indiac.
You want to marry
Petty Liz.
Japrez?
I didn't say
He
that.
does make Afro
Why
pop.
does he do that?
He does make Afro pop though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
makes good music. So you know what? We'll make beautiful music, God willing. God willing. Yeah.
That'd be a dope collaboration.
Exactly.
She's put it out in the spirit.
Yeah.
Kiss,
Yeah.
marry, or run.
We're still playing this game.
Here, right now. You are here. We are here. Takura.
Run to the studio with him to make the music.
Not run away from him.
No. I'm gonna run to you. You know that song, right?
She's running to Takura, guys. So you're running from or to him?
I'm not running away from anybody. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see about that. Kiss, marry, or run. Winky T.
Welele. I didn't say anything.
Am I supposed to answer? Oh, these are tough questions,
It's not
you know.
tough. Be honest.
Oh. Run.
My problems disappear. Happy.
Mahoko mudenga so happy. Mahoko mudenga so hey. I don't know the rest of it.
So, okay, Valee Music has been such a lit vibe, man. Talk to your people, them. Where do they find you? No, actually, before they find you, what do you say to an upcoming female artist that has an amazing voice, is 16 and is telling their parents that they want to pursue a music career? Not career, Korea. What do you say to that child right now or that teenager?
I would say find your tribe, you know, because having the right people around you will get you to your destination a lot faster. It takes a village because your music is the baby and it takes people to really believe in you, but also use the power of social media to put your stuff out there. Yeah,
Amazing.
That's what I would say.
Before you go, rumor has it that Amapiano is big because of Zimbabweans. What's your take on that?
Really?
Who said that?
Who say
Who
that?
said that?
Who say that?
Who said that?
Who say that?
Are we talking global? Are we talking in the UK?
Oh, UK. Who said that?
Who say that? You know, I don't know about that.
What's your take
But
on
I
it?
will say Zimbabweans, we love Amapiano. You know, we are part of the culture. It's Southern African culture. Of course, it came from South Africa, but we love the sound and we are here to push it, you know.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I will say though, on that note, I do think Zimbabweans have played a major role in
Absolutely.
terms of pushing Amapiano, especially in the UK. I can't speak elsewhere, but in
Yeah.
the UK, in terms of some of the biggest DJs within Amapiano
Promoters.
are Zimbabwean. The promoters are Zimbabwean. The music managers are Zimbabwean. The hosts are
Zimbabwean.
Zimbabwean. The
Yeah.
dancers are Zimbabwean. The people attending the events,
Are
a
Zimbabwean.
good
Yeah.
chunk. If I can't say majority, maybe about 40 to 50% of those who attend those events are most probably Zimbabwean. So I definitely would say Zimbabwe has carried this genre on its back as if it's our own, and we've supported it and we've
Yeah.
been behind it, and we love to see it. We're here to support.
Exactly.
We're here to, see the culture move forward and just be global. We love it.
Valee Music, it's been
I haven't shouted out where people can find my music. So.
yes, and we're also gonna put it there. But
Thank you
please
very much.
Do shout out where the people them can find you, follow you, and listen. Don't put your address though.
No.
Don't give them your address because these Zimbabweans will come and find you.
Oh, they'll find me. And then
Yeah.
it will really give Zimbabwe. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to say a massive thank you. My EP, I Am Here, is out right now and it's featuring Cuba, Danzo, DJ Tira, Prince Bulo, Mr. Cameron Production, Una Rams. Shout out to you. So everybody go check it out. It's out on all digital stores.
Thank you so much, Valee Music. It's been one hell of a vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, Danko, Noma, you've been a co-host of the co-host,
Yeah. Host with the most.
the cultural commander. Alela zoze likhohlwe leli. cultural commentator, Baba. You're
Yes,
joking.
sir. That's what we're here to do, yeah, boy. That's what we're here
Yeah.
to do. Push the culture forward, to amplify the culture, and to make sure that we're here
Love
to
it.
stay.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been tuned into the vibe. Feel the groove, feel the vibe. Danko.